Hello and welcome to Old Man Minecraft. I'm an old man and I play I play Minecraft. You're joining me in a commentary over some footage that I recorded on a lazy morning as I'm removing that pesky grass strip that was annoying me in the previous episode. Totally unprepared, no shovel whatsoever. I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you some of my combat skills in Minecraft. I'm waiting for the sun to go down here. How do I go about combat? Well, I'm what you might call a specialist in combat. I've got a very distinct style. I'm after spiders. So, as I say, waiting for the sun to go down, become one with the bushes, stalking my prey. I'm looking out for spiders. I can see one over there. So off I launch like a raccoon out of a raccoon launcher. This tasty fella's in my way, so engage. Now, mash is the key. Just mash. It's X on PlayStation. I don't know what you've got. Just mash X or whatever you've got. There he is. There's my prey. However, I hear a hiss. What's this? Yeah, you guessed it. Creeper. Gives that baby zombie a what for as well on the way down. I'm after a spider. Here he comes, the little baby zombie. He's been softened up by the creeper, and there goes a spider. I'm pretty sure I've got string at this point, but I think they give out spider eyes a bit more. Again, mash. These tasty fellows, look at these zombie villagers. They want a piece. They can smell my juicy brains. There's another spider. In I go. Mash, mash, and jump as well. Jumping's very important because you've heard somewhere about critical hits, and you're not quite sure if it does it on bedrock or not, but you give it a go anyway. Mash and jump. Jump and mash. Here's another one. Jump, mash. Yes. Got string. I've definitely got enough for what I want now, but this fella's now engaged. Short-lived, lived not long enough to tell the tale. Here's another spider. Get him. I've got choices here. I've got a skeleton, a gold-hatted zombie, and a normal zombie, and you'll note I've got 2.5 hearts. Now 1.5. Now half, because the skeleton was shooting at me. Jolly unfriendly. Avoiding the zombie drowned there. Get on dry land. Whew, take a breather, half a heart, eat some mutton, all's well and good. So what did I need string for? Well, I'm going to make a fishing rod because I'm going to show you how fishing can get you epic tier loot really early on. Phew, safe at last. Oh, no, that drowned, nearly came down and gobbled on my delicious brains. You might remember last episode, I built this fantastic fishing hole here in the side of the hill in my new world. First of all, though, I need a sit down and a nice cup of tea. We're going to use, in that fishing hole, a fishing pole. And it's 2 sticks, 2 string. I think you might be able to make it without the crafting table. I'm using the crafting table here. There are bog standard rod. You can make it day one, really easy. And here I am on my veranda ready to fish. Now, this minute and a half, this next 1.5 minutes of footage is totally and utterly unedited. I haven't mucked about with it, I haven't increased the timing, I haven't cut it. This is actually a rip straight of 1.5 minutes of gameplay. My first 3 catches with this bog standard fishing rod. Rain comes in, lovely, that helps with the catch rate. Have a look at this. First thing out of the water. I'm slightly stunned, as I'm sure you can tell. That's never happened to me before. I've got a good rod in the first dozen catches with a bog standard rod, but absolutely wonderful. As you can see, it's protection 3, efficiency 4 there. Not the highest tier of either, but efficiency 4, really nice to have as a book this early on. We'll mine through things quicker. I think that's a puffer fish for my second catch. Nice item to have. Again, this rain is helping with the catch rate. But I can't stress this enough. Completely unedited 1.5 minute of footage here. First 3 catches with this bog standard rod. I haven't got any cheats or anything like that turned on. Another efficiency 4 book. Frostwalker 2, nice rare enchantment there. Projectile protection 4, I believe that was. And fire aspect 2 as well. How about that? First 3 catches with a bog standard rod in vanilla Minecraft. So what I'm really after is a bow, and an infinity bow at that. And here I catch a bow, but it isn't an infinity bow. It's a Flame 1 Power 3 bow. Still heartening to see. Nice to see that I'm getting a bow and another bow. A really nice one this time. I'm breaking 3 Flame 1 Punch 2 Power 4. Fantastic. Would be wonderful if it was an infinity bow, but it isn't an infinity bow. Now I can combine these using an anvil. You can only use an anvil to combine magic items, and we're going to have a little look at that later. You need to be a bit prepared with your iron, but it's very doable this early on. Next morning, having a little fish. What did I get? I got a fishing rod, and this one is a cracker. It's got mending on it, luck of the sea 2, which means I'm going to be picking up more treasure items, and I'm breaking 3, which means it's less chance of getting damaged whilst using, but the mending is the key there. Every time you use it, it's going to be mending itself. I've also spotted a drowned with a trident, and if I see a drowned with a trident, he's toast. So in I go, mash, jump, etc. Didn't drop a trident, just some rotten flesh. So I filmed this over the course of 2.5, maybe 3 hours. This is the next Minecraft day, and I pick up an even better rod. This one has got lure 2 on it, which means that I've more chance of catching things. I'm going to catch things more often, and here in the rain I chose this little clip just to show you the catch rate, even on a lure 2 rod. The rain bumping it up 1 extra notch to probably the equivalent of a lure 3. I don't know what it would be like with a lure 3 and rain, but here you can just see the amount of catches that I'm getting. Another book, really good book this one. Needed a bit of a brain break, so I decided after this next catch, which was efficiency 3, to go and raid the village south of my building area. And I was thoroughly disappointed. There was absolutely nothing in this village. Had a good look round. All I could find was a bucket. So, incensed, I took my rage out on this harpoon-wielding wet zombie and carried on looking, but absolutely nothing. Bread, grass, seeds. Thanks, guys. So I thought I'd console myself by stealing this guy's workstation, which I am going to put to very good use in a little while. I'm also going to have all of their hay just to teach them to be more hospitable next time. Right, had enough of that village. I'll be back for villagers later. In another episode, we will be making an iron farm by kidnapping some villagers from that village. Got to keep an eye on the time because, well, quite frankly, I'm scared of the dark. So, heading back to base, I'm thinking, whilst doing a little light farming, about combining those fishing rods, but I also stole an acacia tree. But to do that, I need an anvil. And for an anvil, as I said earlier, you need to be a little bit prepared, which I wasn't. So I went to get some more iron. Very successful iron trip. Branch mining for iron is not a thing I've ever done before, but it's quite enjoyable. Interesting to see the new sort of clusters, bigger clusters of iron ore that are available. So safe and sound back at base, sorting through all my mining stuff that I got. Nothing could possibly hurt me. I forgot I was playing Minecraft. Thanks a bunch. Well, at least I can put that guy's blast furnace to good use. I'm going to make an XP machine. I will deal with this in a video very soon because it's going to get nerfed very soon. Need a couple of hoppers, a couple of chests, and a furnace or a blast furnace or a smoker works with that as well. You can draw XP out very nicely. Here's a drowned knocking on my door. So I break my sword, try and fight him with my fists, pull out a rock, that doesn't work, have a go with my pickaxe, and by way of sheer gratitude, he leaves me a lovely purple hat. Keep an eye on my XP there, 28 we're at now. We've melted a little bit of bits and bobs. I'm going to pull out 1 copper ingot. By pulling that switch, it's going to stop it flowing through. Have a look at my XP. We're about a third of the way through 29. Now have a look. Almost to the end of 29. Have another look. It's going to be 30. Very powerful. Yeah, as I say, if it doesn't get nerfed before, I'll deal with that in another episode. After a sit down and a cup of tea. It's the next morning and another book, but it's time to combine those 2 rods. For that I need an anvil, and I don't know why, but this didn't record the video properly. So I only got that little ping, but I did make that anvil just then. So I'm having a look at combining these 2 rods. They're basically identical, except they've got two upgradable enchantments, the Luck of the Sea and the Lure. They're at level 2 at the moment. I'm just mucking about with the order of things because they can be a bit cheaper sometimes. But basically, those two enchantments have now upgraded to Luck of the Sea 3 and Lure 3, which basically means I'm going to be catching more treasure more often. You can pick up some pretty rare books whilst fishing, including Depth Strider 3. But this next book is not only Depth Strider 3, it's a whole lot of other stuff, including Feather Falling 4, which is fantastic. But none of these books that I'm picking up are, of course, infinity bows. They're great, and I don't want to seem ungrateful or anything, but why can't I get an infinity bow? I've got so many books now, lots of fishing rods, a god tier fishing rod. Well, I have got my first mending book. So I'm pondering this question. Why haven't I got a bow? Catch a bow, don't notice, and then when I pull in this name tag, quickly double check, and it's an infinity bow, and not just any old infinity bow. That, my friends, is a very, very good infinity bow. The only thing that it's lacking there is power 4 and not power 5. But then I have a flash of brilliance, and I remember that other power 4 bow I've got in the chest. So I'll take one of them and I repair it with a brand new bow that I've just made for the cost of 2 enchantment points. Repair that up, stick it in the first slot, grab the other one, 2 more enchantment points, and I have got a god level bow. And of course I'm going to rename it. What am I going to rename it? I hear you cry. I'm going to rename it the Elder Bow, because I'm an old man and I play Minecraft. And have a little look at that. I'm breaking 3, flame 1, power 5, infinity 1, and punch 2. A god tier bow. What's the first thing I'm going to do with it? A soggy zombie, one-shotted. Superb. I am very pleased with that. And that, my friends, on Old Man Minecraft, is how you go about, very early doors, getting yourself a god tier bow for next to nothing in 2.5 hours. And with that, good people of YouTube, I think I'm going to leave that there for this episode of Old Man Minecraft. Remember, always play with kittens, never play with farm machinery, and keep your nose jolly well blown. I will see you lot on the next episode of Old Man Minecraft.